Infor Track, Employee Type General Setup. This video covers the aspects of the configuration of the General tab. Other tabs will have their own dedicated videos. The default absence code is only applicable to clocked employee types. There are utilities available in the Supervisor Overview forms that will generate an absence record when the employee is scheduled to be present but is absent. The absence code specified will be created when these utilities are run. Leave this field blank to flag the default absence with an exception when the record is created. The exception draws the supervisor's attention to the fact that the employee is absent, but a reason for the absence has not yet been identified. The labor posting to ERP parameter defines how captured hours are posted to the ERP system. The options are real-time versus batch versus not at all. Real-time posts the record to the ERP system when a stop transaction is entered or when an edited record is saved. Batch, also known as post after processing, will not post to the ERP system until the supervisor approves and processes the record. Not at all never posts to the ERP system. To create payroll records when hours are processed, set the process to payroll parameter to yes. The use of contractors or temporary employees are employee types where a site may want to use TimeTrack to capture and post labor to the ERP system, but may not want to create payroll records for that employee's attendance. Set remarks mandatory to yes to require the supervisor to enter a comment prior to saving edits to an attendance or labor record. Set use absence approval system to yes to allow employees to submit absence requests to their supervisors. The supervisor then approves or denies the request before the absence is allowed. When set to no, the supervisor manually enters the absence records. The elapsed time data capture parameter defines whether attendance and labor will be captured via elapsed time or clock time. The stop-only transactions parameter is only applicable to clocked employee types. This is basically a keystroke reducing feature. The employee enters the stop time for their labor transaction. The application looks for the prior stop transaction, then creates a labor transaction with the start time equal to the stop time of the prior labor record and an end time of the current transaction time. A drawback to this feature is the supervisor cannot see what the employee is currently working on. Stop start is recommended when the objective is keystroke reduction. Set combine labor and machine time to yes to create a corresponding machine transaction for labor booked to operations that have a machine component to them. The corresponding machine transaction will be created based on the machine ratio specified in the routing. The ratio may be overwritten during transaction entry. Edits to labor records that are combined with a machine transaction will automatically update the machine transaction as well. Attendance posting to ERP is only applicable to clocked employee types in CSI integrations. The parameter does not display in other ERP integrations. When the parameter is set to yes, clock in and clock out transactions will post to the attendance tables in the CSI product. Allow signature after processing allows an employee to sign hours after they've been payroll processed. Setting this parameter to yes will allow the employee to sign the hours if they are unable to do so before processing. To prompt a supervisor at processing when the timesheet is not signed by the employee, set prompt for employee signature before processing to yes. Set the attendance point system to yes to allow use and configuration of an attendance point system. See the Employee Types Attendance Point System Enablement video for more information on how to configure this.